So this is going to be a little bit different than most of my videos. This is going to be more of a showcase of the different maps because I want to find out what you guys want to see me play. Because the other day, the Ark, one of the bundles that had all of the new maps in it, it was on sale, so I went ahead and picked it up. I wanted to see if you guys wanted to watch me play a different map than the Valguero map that we had been playing on earlier on. So this is the first option, is just to keep on playing here where you have a base already set up, where you have some good progress. It's a very large map, so there is definitely good potential in that. The only thing is that it doesn't have any special equipment or creatures in it, which means, you know, it's really just the same as any other Ark map would be. So that's really the main reason that I wanted to actually look into other maps and see if you guys wanted to watch me play any of those maps, which I'm going to go ahead and show you guys right now. Alright, and then the second option is Scorched Earth. So this is a desert map, and there is very little in the way of water, which would make that the main struggle of any playthrough on this map. It's pretty large, almost equally as much as Valguero was, but there are maybe 3 lakes that I can actually find water of, and this is one of them. So most of it would be dedicated to taking care of the hydration, but it does have a ton of new gear and animals that kind of help in that journey, which that's something that could make it an interesting playthrough, as well as the fact that the main objective of the entire thing is just getting water. So that might be an interesting thing to do. As you can see, there's just massive amounts of land, and it's all desert, and then you do have crazy weird things like lava rivers with drakes or dragons, not really sure which they are, and this just massive outline of desert just surrounding the whole thing, along with probably some interesting secrets, like perhaps a little city. Then the next option would be Aberration, which, as you can probably tell from this so far, it's underground, and that is an incredibly interesting concept, I thought. So that's the main reason that I'm looking at this one. Water is quite abundant here, so you know there's less concern on that than there was in Scorched Earth. However, there's zip lines flying all over the place, there's old rotten buildings, and the walls are going to be your best friend in this one because they have all kinds of new gear and animals. They have this invisible drake, I think it is, that can climb up walls and fly, and that's just insane to me. But you have like climbing picks, and this isn't even all of it. This rather actually quite beautiful looking area is the easiest part of the map, the easiest place to survive. If you go down deeper, you run into this, it looks like it's like mushrooms and stuff, but I think it might be trees, and all kinds of strange, really weird things just the deeper you go. And times like this, you can see that it's pretty dim, which means you gotta learn how to take care of light, which they actually have glow sticks and stuff, which help a ton. And honestly, this entire map is just incredibly beautiful, and that's really the main reason I want to play it. And it goes down for ages and stuff, and it keeps getting more and more beautiful the further down you go. But this one may be complicated because I have never played anything like it, especially in Ark. Which means I'd be relearning all of the mechanics, I'd be finding out new ways to survive, and it would be you guys would be watching me as if I had never played this game before, as opposed to when I played on Valguero, where I already had a pretty good idea of what I was doing. This would be completely new, because it's got all kinds of new things in it. I just can't get over how beautiful the map is. And there's so much to it. I guarantee that there's plenty of stuff that I'm missing just in this little fly-through. But that is something that we would see if we did play through it. Alright, and last but probably not least is Extinction. This one, I don't even know where to start. It is just confusing. Because you have all these old, decayed, dilapidated buildings, these structures, a city. A massive city that I don't understand. There's so much lore in this game that I have no idea how to figure out or anything. It's all fascinating, but, you know, it also makes some of the game kind of complicated to learn how to play. This one, you have these small little biodomes and things like the city, and I think that there's an underground part, but I'm not really sure. But those are the only safe spots on the map. Out here, if you can see in the bottom right of my screen, my guy's burning up, he's starving, all kinds of terrible things are happening. Because this is just a giant wasteland. Because I just dropped some waste, I guess. But there's also these corrupted, I think they're called, like corrupted Spinos and stuff. Which, it doesn't matter what they are. Let's see if this guy will prove my point. Yeah, it doesn't matter what they are. Any animal that is corrupted will attack you. So on top of already dying from just being there, anything that's there with you will be 100% trying to kill you the entire time. But you have these biospheres that kind of replicate or simulate other environments. Like we have a desert one, which the same problem would be here that there is in Scorched Earth. It would just be trying to find water, most likely, which, you know, that's not too big of a deal because there's just water in here. But I don't know how many of the resources carry over from Scorched Earth. Which means I don't know how much of the equipment that helps you survive in those kinds of conditions would actually be available to us. And the other biodome is an Arctic one, which would be cold, incredibly cold. And our main problem here would be finding heat. So it has these two biodomes that are already like established. I don't really know what they are. The city, I don't even know what any of this stuff is. It just looks like blood. Blood everywhere. And somewhere around here, I think that, yeah, here we go. There's something with underground. Now, it's nowhere near as awesome as Aberration is, but it's got trees and it's underground, so it's safe from the harsh wasteland, I guess. This map has some new, I believe that it has some new gear, and it certainly has some new creatures in the sense that it has those corrupted ones. And in the city, here we go. Things like this. Which, I don't know what it is, it's like a defense unit. It just kind of goes around and kills things. So yeah, there's a lot of weird things in this map, and it's incredibly complicated, and I have absolutely no idea how I would be able to properly survive in here. Especially with the kind of limited number of creatures that I could actually tame. Most of them are too difficult to tame or too deadly for me to even stand a chance against, so this one would be a very difficult one. If you guys wanted to watch me play this, I certainly would, but it would, do you guys remember the first night on Valguero that I had? This would be basically an entire playthrough where 90% of it would be that. Just nothing but constant death and just trying to not die. And it also has these like supply drops. They're different than the normal supply drops because they actually drop. They fly out of the sky leaving a smoke trail and just smash into the ground, and I have no idea how to open them. So that'd be something we'd have to learn as well. So each of these maps has their own ups and downs. The Valguero, it's just kind of the vanilla arc. Scorched Earth, my concern is that it might be too focused on trying to get water, which could be boring after some time. Aberration, really the biggest and only problem that I could find is that it's dark, and that sometimes goes through very poorly on the recordings. And with Extinction, it's just incredibly difficult, and I have no idea what I would do. I personally think that Aberration would probably be the most fun to play on, because it seems actually possible to survive in there, but it also has so much new stuff and so many new mechanics and stuff that I'd have to learn. You guys would be able to be there and watch the entire thing. But I didn't want to make any decisions before I saw what you guys wanted me to play, so let me know what you guys want to see me play, and I will get to making those. I probably will not make the first ARC video tomorrow because I want to leave you guys some time to get your responses in and me time to count them all up and get ready and everything. So tomorrow, who knows what we're going to be playing, but chances are the day after tomorrow we will probably be playing the first episode of the ARC series, unless we continue on Valguero, if that's what you guys want. Then we will just be continuing right off right from where we left off. So if you guys want to be ready for those videos, be sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that way you can see when I actually start making those. And I will catch you guys in the next video.